Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Feng Shaofeng's mother tearfully revealed the inside story of Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng's marriage. Is it difficult for love between people of different social status to last? The love, hate and hatred in the entertainment industry are always so fascinating that people can't stop. The divorce of Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying has once again caused an uproar, especially the tearful revelation of Feng Shaofeng's mother, which has made the story behind this marriage surface. What exactly caused this pair of former golden boys and girls to part ways? Let's explore the truth of this marriage together. Feng Shaofeng's mother said that Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng have great differences in personality and growth environment. Zhao Liying comes from an ordinary family and has a strong and independent personality, while Feng Shaofeng has a superior family background and a relatively closed circle of life. It is this realistic gap of not being well matched that has caused frequent conflicts and frictions between the two in their marriage life. Especially in the face of external pressure and the handling of life details, it is difficult for both parties to reach a consensus, and gradually cracks appear in their relationship. The end of this marriage is not only a personal regret for the two, but also reflects the impact of many family concepts on love in real life. No matter how deep the relationship is, if there is a lack of similar life background and value recognition, it will face challenges. Feng Shaofeng's mother's true feelings also let us see the real and fragile family relationship behind the stars. On April 23, Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying's divorce announcement shocked the entire entertainment industry. However, what is even more shocking is that Feng Shaofeng's mother then stood up and tearfully accused Zhao Liying of being the culprit of the breakdown of this marriage. She said that after giving birth to her son, Zhao Liying refused to have a second child, was not at home all day, and was a strong woman who made her own decisions, resulting in Feng Shaofeng having no status in the family. This revelation from Feng Shaofeng's mother instantly triggered heated discussions among netizens, and everyone discussed the conflict between Zhao Liying's strong woman image and traditional family concepts. Her independence and persistence are highly respected in modern society, but in the traditional family of the Feng family, they have become the focus of friction. Feng Shaofeng's mother revealed that the imbalance of power in the family made Feng Shaofeng feel helpless and lost, and the communication between the couple became less and less, and the relationship gradually cooled. In addition, an insider revealed that Zhao Liying has always had a difficult time balancing work and family. She is very ambitious and often goes out to film, which leads to less family time, which also exacerbates the conflict between the two. Although Feng Shaofeng supports his wife's career, he is struggling in the face of the changes in his role at home. The breakdown of this marriage not only reflects the differences in their personalities and lifestyles, but also the collision between traditional concepts and the independent spirit of modern women. Netizens have been discussing this. Some sympathize with Feng Shaofeng, while others understand Zhao Liying's choice, and they all lament that the love stories in the entertainment industry are far more complicated than we see. In fact, since the exposure of Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying's relationship, the outside world has been skeptical about their relationship. On the one hand, Feng Shaofeng has a rich love history, while Zhao Liying is relatively simple. Apart from having a scandal with Zhao, she has almost no other emotional experience. On the other hand, the family backgrounds of the two are very different. Feng Shaofeng has a prominent family background, while Zhao Liying was born in the countryside. This kind of relationship that is not suitable for each other makes many people pessimistic about their marriage. This difference is not only reflected in family background, but also in the huge gap in living habits and values. Feng Shaofeng grew up in a favorable environment and is accustomed to a high-standard lifestyle, while Zhao Liying has stepped into the entertainment industry step by step with her own efforts. She is tough and independent. It is inevitable that there will be friction between the two when they get along, especially when dealing with family affairs and career planning. It is difficult for them to reach a consensus. In addition, the attention of the media and the public has undoubtedly added a lot of pressure to this relationship. As a celebrity couple, their every move is magnified and interpreted, and the voices of the outside world often interfere with their private lives. Especially on the issue of childbirth and childcare, Zhao Liying's persistence conflicted with the expectations of Feng Shaofeng's family, which gradually deepened the rift between the two. This marriage, which was regarded by the outside world as unsuitable, eventually led to separation, Perhaps because reality and ideals cannot be reconciled. Love is beautiful, but in marriage, the influence of background, values and even the external environment cannot be ignored. The story of Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying reminds us that when we look at celebrity marriages, we must also understand the complexity and helplessness behind them. In October 2018, the two showed their marriage certificate in a low-key manner. There was neither a grand wedding nor a dazzling diamond ring, as if they had announced their union in a simple way. Just 6 months later, Zhao Liying gave birth to their son, which should have been a new starting point for a happy family. However, it is regrettable that this marriage ended in less than 3 years. There was a lot of discussion about this flash marriage and divorce. Some people think that Feng Shaofeng is responsible, and some people accuse Zhao Liying of being too strong. But what attracted more attention was the public statement of Feng Shaofeng's mother. She said in tears that the fundamental reason for the breakdown of the marriage was that Zhao Liying was unwilling to have a second child, and was busy with her career all day, neglecting her family life. Zhao Liying is known as the desperate Sanyang. She started from an unknown supporting role, and after countless efforts and struggles, she finally became a first-line star. For her, career is not only a dream, but also a symbol of identity and a manifestation of self-worth. Therefore, after marriage, she still maintained a high-intensity work rhythm and frequently went out to film, which made Feng Shaofeng's mother very disappointed and dissatisfied. As the one with more traditional concepts, Feng Shaofeng's mother expected her daughter-in-law to give up her career, take care of her husband and children, and maintain a complete and harmonious family. But Zhao Liying insisted on being herself and refused to sacrifice her career for the family. This contradiction gradually accumulated among the three of them and became an important reason for the final breakdown of the marriage. The end of this marriage not only reflects the difficult choice of modern women between career and family, but also reflects the conflict between traditional family concepts and new era values. No matter how the outside world comments, the story of Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng reminds us, love requires understanding and tolerance, and more importantly, the joint efforts and compromises of both parties in this marriage. Feng Shaofeng is undoubtedly the most difficult person. He is caught between his beloved wife Zhao Liying and his strong mother, and is under tremendous psychological pressure. On the one hand, he loves Zhao Liying and appreciates her tenacity and talent. On the other hand, he dares not go against his mother's wishes, especially in terms of family concepts and lifestyle. Feng Shaofeng's mother has a strong personality and adheres to traditional family values. She hopes that her son can have a warm and harmonious family, while Zhao Liying's independence and career ambition conflict strongly with her mother's expectations. Zhao Liying is unwilling to give up her career and insists on self-development, which makes Feng Shaofeng caught between the two. The mother's dissatisfaction and Zhao Liying's unwillingness to give in continue to intensify the contradictions between the two sides, and also make Feng Shaofeng's situation more and more difficult. This contradiction between the three parties has become difficult to reconcile over time, and the lack of communication and misunderstandings have gradually expanded, eventually leading to the breakdown of this marriage. Feng Shaofeng struggles between emotions and family responsibilities, but is unable to balance everyone's expectations, becoming the most helpless character in this marriage. The ending of this marriage makes people deeply realize that love requires not only the efforts of two people, but also the understanding and support of the whole family. Feng Shaofeng's difficulties also reflect the reality of intergenerational conflicts in many families, reminding us that tolerance and communication are indispensable bridges in the pursuit of happiness after the divorce. Zhao Liying also admitted that she did not consider too much whether the two were suitable for each other before marriage. She said that they were together just because they liked each other at the time, and did not think deeply about their future life. This also allows us to see the helplessness and confusion of celebrities in marriage. Now, Feng Shaofeng and Zhao Liying have divorced, and their respective lives are back on track. Zhao Liying still maintains the state of working hard, and her time is filled with work. Feng Shaofeng has no new work arrangements for the time being, and seems to be adjusting his state. In any case, we all hope that they can be well and find their own happiness.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.